Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We recite from Bhagat Namdev Ji in the Rag Dhanasari. And this is a rather complex but rhythmic sabad and uses the metaphor of a dance and a garden to describe the interplay between the divine creator and the individual soul, if you will. And it is written in a linguistic blend that reflects Namdev Ji's travels. It combines Sanskrit with Marathi and Braj elements. So if I stumble over a word here or there, you will quite understand. So we will do it line by line, starting with the first line, which is Pahil Purie Pundarak Vana, Tache Hansa Sagle Jana. Pahil Purie. Pahil is in the beginning. Pellon. Purie refers to a city or a realm, a domain. So, Pahil Purie, in the beginning, the first city, the first realm. Tache Hansa Sagale Jana. From there, Tache, from there, Hansa, the swan, the pure soul, Sagale Jana, emerged. So in the beginning, there was this pristine realm, Pundarak Vana, the white lotus forest, Pundarak Vana. Pundarak is lotus. So in the beginning, there is this pristine realm, consciousness, which is described as Pundarak Vana, a white forest. And all human beings are like the swans that originate from this pure divine source. In other words, we are all emerging from that divine source. Krishna te jano, har har nachanti nachana. Krishna te jano. Through Krishna, which is a synonym for the har. What that means is one that is an attractor. We have the divine attractor in us that attracts us to this magnet. So Krishna te jano, I have known, I have realized. What have I realized? Nachanti nachana. I have come to know that the whole world is a dance. And it is Krishna that is dancing within all of us. That is the insight. Pahil par sabara, athon par sadmara, asga as usga par sabara. Par sabara. That primal being, par, as in par brahm. Here he's using the term par sabara, referring to this vastness, which is a being. And athon, right now, in the present, it is pursa, person, damara, eternal. That primal being is now present as the eternal being, asaga as usaga, like this and like that. Ithevi, uthevi. Now and forever, this first primal being exists forever. It is reality. Har ka bagara nache, pindi meh sagara rahao. Bagara. When you have this kanna, it changes the meaning of a big garden into a small garden. So Bagara is small garden, Pindi is within the body or the vessel, Sagara the ocean. So we, our minds, the world is a small garden. And within this tiny vessel of the body, that entire ocean of divine consciousness is dancing. Harka Bagara Nache Pindi, inside the body. Mehsagara, that ocean. What a wonderful way of expressing. Nachanti gopi jana nayate bere kana. Nachanti gopi jana. Nachanti, dancing. So here gopi, Krishna and his gopis, are individual souls. The gopis, of course, in mythology were milkmaids. What that refers to is the devoted mind. Nachanti gopi jana. The souls are dancing for their beloved, with their beloved. Nayyate bere kana. So, nayyate bere kana, so that distance is reduced through the boat of devotion. Tarakana cha parmiye cha kesava bachoni ayye mayye ek aan jiyo. Tarakana cha, not through logic or debate, tarak. With that, parmiye cha. So do not seek the divine through dry logic or endless wandering. Bach'auni, kesava bach'auni ayye, mayye ek aan jiyo. So do not seek that ocean of consciousness through dry logic. The Lord's word is very simple. Kesava bach'auni ayye. The word of Krishna is very simple. Recognize the one beyond the duality. This or that. Give that up. Give that way of looking up. Pindi ubkale sansara param param aaye tumche dwara. Pindi, my body. Ubkale is bubbling up. It's boiling. Sansara, the world. The body is the world. Param param aaye, wandering through many cycles. Tumche dwara, I have come to your door. Tu kunre, main ji nama ho ji. Tu kunre, main ji nama ho ji. So here's the dialogue. I have come to your door and I am being asked, who are you? Tu kunre. And the response is, main ji nama, sir, it is I, Namdev. Yes, sir, ho ji. The divine is asking, who are you? And the reply is, it is I, Namdev, sir. This is a moment of intimate, humble dialogue. Allah te nivarana jamakarana. Allah te nivarana. This Allah is, Allah is part of a house. It is like the kind of the balcony. He's referring to the body. Allah te nivarana, save me, release me from where I am. Jamakarana, where I am in the clutches of death. Release me from this house of clay. Allah is also a house of clay. And save me. So, we'll talk about who are you and I am Nama in a bit. But what we need to keep in mind, what struck me is how very dynamic this view of spirituality is. There's no idea of a static God. This is something in motion. So this is ocean within a drop. This is like the idea of a holographic reality, the universe as a hologram. There is a book, in fact, that I read not long ago called The Holographic Universe. It describes exactly this, Pindi Mehsagara. In a hologram, the whole is captured in the part. And then there is this transcendental intimacy, tu kundare. This dialogue at the end is one of the most beautiful, in my estimation, moments in Gurbani. It's a check-in. He's knocking at the door, not as some distant reality, but as a friend. It's about presence, right? So, from our original unconditional mental state, seeing life's ups and downs as a flow, not as a fight, realizing that the ocean is in me. So he asks, Tu konare, I want to dwell on that. Who are you? And he replies, Maiji Nama Hoji. So the question that arose in my mind was, why would an all-knowing reality bother asking Nama, who are you? Wouldn't that reality know who Nama is? But you see, this is more than just addressing or exchanging names. Obviously, the Creator is all-knowing, but this is a moment of radical authenticity, of recognizing the false self. So you see, we carry a lot of masks, various identities, titles, reputations, social identities, right, that we believe define us. So Nama does not offer a list of his rituals, let us say, or his status as a saint, saying, I am Bhagat Namdev, or I am the Chimba Namdev. He just says, I am Namdev. This is just an act of total vulnerability. Nothing hidden. So, this is a transition from a stranger to a guest to intimacy. So this is how you bridge the gap. You empty yourself out of all your identities till the last one remains, your name, and then that also disappears. So, Tumche Dwara, this is the seal of love arriving at the door, because you have to be let in. You can't push your way through. And you have to strip yourself. And the final Hoji, yes, I acknowledge you. Surrendering one's entire biography. Nama could also be read to mean not his name as we know it, but also his entire biography. All that he has identified with. So there is layer upon layer of meaning in Tu Kundare. It would be wonderful if you, as the listener, would reflect on this. Tu Kundare Maji Nama. Because we are Nama. Not Nam, but Nama. The small Nam. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.